So I took 3 trades today, 2 red trades, 1 break-even trade. Yesterday there was a big rally, and then we're kind of consolidating overnight, but it rejected off of supply here at H3, and then it was opening inside Valley area. So my plan was to short this Valley area high and yesterday's high, or the supply here and at H3. Didn't have much of a long plan, but if it came down to this high volume no ledge, I would have longed that. So market opens up and it immediately rejects from near the supply zone here. So I'm looking for shorts here. I'm looking for a little pullback. I didn't see anything here, short confirmation wise, but looking for a bit of a pullback here. So I see that it's consolidating here, but it breaks the highs. Delta breaks the highs, price does not, forming a CVD hidden divergence. And then there was 1 minute delta divergence here and another one here forming. And then also on the 2 minute, there was 2 minute delta divergence forming there. And then, yeah, eventually 1 minute delta divergence formed. So I entered with 2 contracts because it was 4-point risk. And then it just kind of consolidates here for a very long time until news comes out. That's 7 a.m. consumer sentiment news. And it sells off a little bit, but then comes immediately right back up. And here, honestly, I should have probably just put my stop loss at least to 72 or even 71 here instead of 74, because it already formed a lower high, break of lows, lower high here and break the lows here, and then came right back up. So at this point, I should have had my stop loss over here at least, instead of having it just at my full loss. And also I marked out this trend line. It was going to break above this trend line and eventually formed a higher low here after this high volume hammer candle here. Formed a higher low and then rallied to stop me up. And then I started to look at here again. This is probably not the best trade here because it broke right above this trend line, and then I'm trying to short immediately after. But it did form 2 delta divergence and another CVD hidden divergence, and I thought there was a chance for it to come down, but pretty much immediately got stopped out here. And then on my third trade, this was a better trade. I saw a high volume 5-minute shooting star here, right at the high of day here, right at supply. So decided to give it one last chance here. Yeah, 1 minute high volume shooting star also. So I was looking at it here. I was hesitating a lot actually, but because it was moving so slow. But there was 2 minute delta divergence here. And then 1 minute delta divergence, 2 of them here with the CVD hidden divergence. And then this high volume shooting star. And also on this RSI, this is the highs here. It technically broke the highs, but RSI was lower, so that factored into my decision to go short. This time I only went in with 1 contract because that's my 3rd attempt at this. But yeah, there's some sort of news, I guess, that came out right here. And sold off pretty heavily. Came within 2 ticks of my 2R level, which would have put me at break even, and then started rallying back up. Because I did have to get ready for work and go about my day, I decided to take it off at break even here. Just because it was moving real slow and I didn't really want to hold through the whole thing. And it came within 2 ticks of my 2R level. It eventually would have stopped me out here, full stop loss, if I kept my stop loss at my original stop. But immediately after stopping me out, I would have rejected, and now it's selling off pretty heavily. And so the thesis was correct, and it's working out. I just couldn't execute well on this. So maybe if I was still around, I would have shorted this. I don't know. this one was not, I could have avoided that one. Maybe I could have shorted this, and then maybe another one, but I have to go work, so didn't take that.